we doing today? Hopefully you're well. So you're seeing my face here at the start. Because today, we got our Patriots rebuild going. Plus, I wanted to use that transition. So, as you guys know, we are also doing a Patriots franchise on the Twitch channel, link down below. But that's like an entirely different setup. So, here we are, our base roster here. I don't know if I'm going to stick with Cam. I have legitimately no idea. But it seems like Lacoste has been moved. And it doesn't show Dante Hightower either, or Pat Chung. Alright. Because I'm assuming they took out all the COVID opt-outs at this point. Let me just take a look, make sure. Okay, they're still there, they're just not starting. Okay. Which is fine, I want to keep it that way. You know, keep it as realistic to this season as it's going to be. So, 81, 81, and 83. I want to do some flipping. Because we know Cam is... If I can flip for some draft picks, I will. But Cam here... 79 with a star. Is Cam going to be the successor to Brady, or are we going to shit the bed and try to go after Trevor Lawrence? But here's what our defense looking like. We got Stephon Gilmore, Jonathan Jones, Jason McCourty, JC Jackson. Our cornerback room is stacked. We got Devin McCourty, Adrian Phillips here as well. And we got Kyle Duggar going to be starting along with Uche. And then that's what we're looking like. So far, there's a lot of a lot of parts I want to flip around, but I'll figure stuff out. We are going to do some like sign-in trades as well, because I do tend to do that. See if I can't get some extra draft capital. And maybe improve some positions if I can. So, I will see you at the bye week. Or if I make a big deal. Alright, so we did a quick sign-in trade. We sent Colin Kaepernick and our next two fourth-round picks to Atlanta for their number one for this season. Sign-in trade again, Earl Thomas and our two third rounds for both of Dallas's next two first-round picks. Alright, one more sign and flip, and we dump off Brian Hoyer as well. And our 2021 second-round pick, and Devontae Freeman in the sign-in trade for Washington's first overall pick. Jeez. Alright, so here we are after 8. We're 5-3, but now we're coming up against an undefeated Ravens team. We already had to play an undefeated San Francisco team earlier in the year. But this is how our season is shaping up so far. Start off 3-0, then lose 3 in a row. And then we've won the last 2. So maybe we're on a roll, maybe we're not. We are currently atop the AFC East, but Buffalo's not too far behind, but we do have the win over Buffalo and the Jets. So it's still relatively anyone's ball game. I mean, the Jets and the Dolphins could come out of nowhere, which they're more than likely not, but contracts here. Hightower. I mean, he's not even playing this season. Joe Tooney, for absolute certain. Take my money, bro. And we're gonna re-sign David Andrews as well, because we don't have the depth behind him yet. JC Jackson. We're definitely gonna re-sign you. James White. Not sure. I'll wait till the end of the year before making a decision on Cam. but Jason McCourty just wants 1 year, but we do have Josh Jones and J.C. Jackson behind him, and then behind Gilmore respectively, so I think we'll be fine if we don't re-sign Jason McCourty. James White. That's a lot of money for a dude that's getting close to 30 and close to 70 overall, so I might look to the draft to replace James White, but for sure, Joe Tooney and David Andrews, we were getting re-signed. Hightower, I'll decide at the end of the year, as well as I will decide at the end of the year on Cam Newton as well. But on to the finish. 9-7 was enough to stave off the Bills and win the division to go on to the playoffs. There we go. We're gonna upgrade our peeps. Now let's go over let's see what the stats are for this year. Oh geez, Cam Newton balling out, 4,800 yards, 38 touchdowns, but 23 picks. Oof. And James White, not great on the run. 836 and 5, 322 and 6. But definitely a by committee going on there. Julian Edelman balling out. 1238 for 11 scores. Demir Bird, 1159 for 9. Devin Asiasi, 948 for 6. James White even pitching in a touchdown. N'Keal Harry pitching in 6 scores. Let's see, defensively, Adrian Phillips led the team in tackles this year. 13 TFLs from John Simon, 3.5 sacks there. Dietrich Wise led the team with 5.5 sacks, so the sacks were very spread out this season. No dominant like pass rushing force there. Stephon Gilmore, 4 interceptions on the year. Kyle Duggar in his rookie season with 2. John Jones with 2. And a whole lot of 1s. Did we have any defensive touchdowns? We did not. No kick return tutties and no punt return tutties. If we look at the yearly awards here, Patty Mahomes won MVP with Cam Newton on the list at 6. Coach of the year was Kyle Shanahan. Both the Niners and Ravens won 15 and 1. Interesting. So Patty Mahomes was the offensive player of the year. Cam Newton number 7 on that list. DPOY went to Devin Bush. No Pats on the list. Offensive rookie of the year, Justin Herbert. With Asiasi at number 5. D-Roy went to Logan Wilson with Kyle Duggar at number 5 and Josh Uche at number 8. SQB, Phillip Rivers with Cam Newton at number 4. Running back, nobody on the list. Julian Edelman led all wide receivers, was the best receiver in the AFC. Demir Bird was number 5. So O-line, no Pats. Shaq Mason was 10 on the list. Myles Garrett for DL. Last linebacker, Von Miller. No Pats. Minka Fitzpatrick was the DB of the year with Stephon Gilmore at number 6. And the best kicker was Brandon McManus, but Nick Folk was number 5. I can take that. But now we have a sim to get into against the Cleveland Browns in the wild card round in Gillette Stadium. All right, here we are, Gillette Stadium. No score just yet. Cleveland Browns go up. Ooh, 7-3. There we go. And then Cleveland matches it with a touchdown on their own, but we go back down and score 14-3. Get a turnover. 21-10 going into halftime. The Pats not letting off the gas for 31-13. The Browns end up marching down the field. March down the field again, make it 31-28. And we end up doing it. Holding them off. to move on to the divisional round, 31-28 over the Cleveland Browns. Here's stats on the day: 28-34 for 350 and 3 touchdowns for Cam Newton. Cam also pitched in a rushing touchdown, 85 yards on the ground for James White. Devin Asiasi with 10 catches, 98 yards. All 3 of the touchdowns went to Julian Edelman for 5 catches and 102. And N'Keal Harry, 5 catches for 71. Defensively speaking, your tackles leader was Stephon Gilmore. 1.5 sacks for John Simon, the other half for Lawrence Guy. And Uche and Butler getting a sack each, and Jason McCourty getting the game, getting the only pick for the Patriots. But let us find out who's next as we move on to the divisional round. All right, we're here. We got the Baltimore Ravens, the 15-1 Baltimore Ravens more specifically. And we go up early, 7-7, but they end up tying it back up. But we march down the field, get ourselves a touchdown. In the red zone, 21-7, but now it is 21-14 going into the half. Baltimore edging ever so closer. Pats end up making a 7-point game, but Baltimore ties it up and goes ahead. And that was not enough. The Baltimore Ravens end up defeating the Patriots 31-24. Patriots 26-39 for 253, 2 touchdowns and a pick for Cam Newton. No run game to speak of, but Sony Michel got a touchdown. Julian Edelman 9 for 61 for 2 scores. Devin Asiasi 5 catches 62, 5 catches 49, 5 catches 55. Kyle Duggar led the team in tackles, quite a few TFLs, only 1 sack, no picks, and unfortunately, just like that, our road to Super Bowl 55 comes to a close. All right, so let's see if we have any Pro Bowl players. All right, so far, Julian Edelman and Damiere Byrd, the top 2 receivers. That's cool. Devin Asiasi, 2nd in the Pro Bowl. Shaq Mason making the Pro Bowl. Let's see here. Surprise, Adrian Phillips making the Pro Bowl, even though I find that kind of interesting given the fact that he played linebacker all year, but that's not important. And also, I don't know if you noticed, it's ironic that it's San Francisco and Kansas City in the Super Bowl again, but it says Super Bowl 54 up there. It's supposed to say 55. It's just like, I'm assuming it's just like a weird, just a text oversight, but that's supposed to say Super Bowl 55, not Super Bowl 54. But that aside, on to the offseason. All right, y'all, we got some dev trait increases. Cam Newton went up to a superstar dev. Julian Edelman became an X Factor. Damiere Byrd went up to a star. Devin Asiasi went up to a star dev as well. On the defense, both Copeland and Uche making it to star dev. That's about it. I was hoping Duggar would make it up to star, but it didn't end up working out that way. But good on our young outside linebackers getting star devs. And good on Cam Newton, Julian Edelman, though he's liable to retire at the end of the year. And Devin Asiasi receiving star devs. Or dev trait increases, rather. So we're at the off-season re-sign. And Cam was down to a 79. As much as I want to, it's like I want to keep Cam. Damiere Byrd, oh yeah, best believe we're re-signing. I'll even increase that money. He balled out last season. He's getting a contract. He's sticking around. Nick Folk, I'll look to I'll look to free agency for a kicker. If I can't find a better one, we'll retain Folks services. James White, I'm going to let walk. McCourty, I'm going to let him walk. And Hightower, I'm going to let him walk as well. Because we're a very aging team, so I am good with the signings we've made. I'm going to let Cam go. If I can bring him back on a cheaper deal in free agency, I'll let you know. But we're going to let Cam walk for now. Alright, here are the targets we're going for free agency. We're going Des King. Because, you know, just a year more and 11 points higher than Duggar. And probably Chung is getting old, so I could probably use Kyle Duggar in other ways that'll be more beneficial. We also have Sheldon Rankins here. Is Adam Butler did not re-sign. We threw a 1-year Greg the Leg. And Everson Griffin, we're going to flip him to the right end position on a 1-year flyer. Then we'll see what we can get in the draft from there. Let's see if we done got him. Do we done got him? So Desmond King rejected, but we got Zerline and Rankins. Everson Griffin still holding out a little bit, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so we threw a contract to Dante Hightower just because, bring him back on a cheaper deal, and we did. And we got Everson Griffin, and we got some 5th-year options we got to worry about. One for Isaiah Wynn. Absolutely, he's my starting left tackle. He's going to get that option picked up. Now, come on now. We got more 5th-year options. One for Sony Michel here. I'm not sold on him. I'm not sold on Sony Michel. But I will see you after the draft recap, friends. In fully investing in Kyle Duggar, we have flipped Pat Chung and Sony Michel and our 29th pick to Miami for the number 1 pick. And here it is, your number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. Y'all saw it coming when I didn't re-sign Cam. Alright, y'all, so here we are at the draft recap. You saw us pick Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall. What you didn't see is we also picked up No Sacks Davis. If you remember him from our Seattle 10-year build. This guy is freaking amazing. Didn't give up a sack for like 5 straight years in those two videos will, well, I think they'll show up on the end for you. But Wyatt Davis, we call him No Sacks Davis around here. We also picked up Travis Etienne, 76 hidden dev. And we also grabbed Terrence Marshall Jr., 69 normal. And then Tyreek Smith, 64 normal. And I just traded the rest of the picks I had. We did trade the 28th pick to get a second and third round pick. And then I just flipped it all for future draft capital from there. So here is what your year 2 starting lineups fixing to look like. No Sacks Davis takes over for Marcus Cannon. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne is our starters there. And all the receivers I wanted to get were picked before. The main receivers I wanted to get were picked before I could get them. So we're full on investing in Kyle Duggar. That is my goal. We're going to full on invest in him. We picked up Tyus Browser because for some reason Brandon Copeland just kind of up and disappeared. Unless I traded him for something that I don't remember. But we also picked up Taco. Taco's kind of built a little legacy over on our Patriots franchise on Twitch. So old Taco Tuesday is coming back to New England in his alternate universe. Excuse me. Well, this is what our lineup be looking like. I'll play around with it a little more. But I will say, Adrian Phillips is going back into the sub linebacker. Uche is going to get the start there. So I'll finagle with it more, but I will see you after 8 games in year number 2. Okay, game. Give me a dev trait scenario. I'm with it. I do believe that's Tyus Bowser. So let's see if the sim says he is going to get that dev trait. How did we lose to the Jets? Lame. Alright, let's see what happens here. Do we get a dev boost? No, we did not. Alright, y'all. Here we are. 8 games in of year number 2, and we are 6-2. We actually started 2-2 and then just ripped off 4 in a row. We currently have a 1-game lead over Miami in the AFC East. So contracts more specific. Oh, we also got a weekly award. Hey, Demir Berg, 228. My guy. Excuse me. Anyway. Stephon Gilmore, you best believe we're throwing him the money. Devin McCourty, we're going to do the same. We'll throw up these offers for them. Devin McCourty signs up. Adrian Phillips is getting kind of old, but I do want to retain him because he's been really good in our sub linebacker. Neverson Griffin. I'll wait till the end of the year for you. You know what, Greg the Leg? You know what? Let me give you a 2-year deal. How's that? Jawan Bentley. I've been steadily trying to develop him, so we will definitely come back to the table with Stephon Gilmore. He'll be resigned before season's end. And I will see you if we make the playoffs. So we just learned Trevor Lawrence's dev trait. I wonder what it is. It is X Factor. He's got Bazooka with Quick Draw, Closer, Pass Lead Elite, Gunslinger. And we won't find out what this one is until 90 overall. Now, on the topic, let's see where our other ETN came out as a superstar dev. As did No Sacks Davis. So we got the makings of a great offense here. It's going to be awesome. Oh, also, while I'm here, Stephon Gilmore is locked up. Alright, just missed out of the playoffs. We ended up going 7-9. We needed to win out the last 2, and we did not do that. But it's all good. You know, rookie quarterback. You got a lot of new moving pieces on the offense. So it is alright. But we expect Trevor Lawrence to step it up next season. 4,600 yards, 4,681 for yards for 27 touchdowns. We need to up that number. And 13 picks, lower than Cam, but Cam had way more touchdowns. So ETN had 726 yards. Damian Harris 313, 4 scores there, 5 there. Trevor Lawrence also pitching in 2 rushing touchdowns for 29 total on the year. Receiving, Demir Bird once again having 1,000 yards, almost 1,300 with 14 scores. Devin Asiasi 1,074 with 2 scores. N'Keal Harry just short of 1,000 yards and 3. ETN also adding 2 receiving touchdowns. Jacoby Myers with 5. All right. Adrian Phillips leads the team in tackles this season. 10 TFLs for Uche and Rankins. Sacks were kind of down. This year. Interceptions, oh god, those were up. 2 for J.C. Jackson. Did I just see Stephon Gilmore without an interception? I guess I'm just used to picking off everything with Mr. Gilmore. No kick return touchdowns and no punt return touchdown. We had the 7th offense in the league. How do we only win 7 games? That explains things. Excuse me. All right, let's look at the yearly awards here. Cam Newton wins MVP with the Colts. We might have made a mistake there. And Trevor Lawrence was 10th on the MVP list. Coach of the Year went to Kevin Stefanski. Obviously, we're not going to be on there. AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Cam Newton. Trevor Lawrence was number 8. Defensive Player of the Year went to Myles Garrett. No Pats there. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We had the top 2 positions in Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Greg Russo with the Jets. Cam. Trevor Lawrence was number 9. Joe Mixon was the best running back. Etienne was number 10. Damiere Byrd wins best wide receiver. Best O-line. No Patriots on it this time. Best DL. No Pats here. Best linebacker. That's right, Jadeveon Clowney's in Tennessee. I forgot about that. And we have no DBs. Greg Zuerlein was the second best kicker in the AFC. I'll take that. So we know what we need to do in the offseason. We need to shore up on defense. Let's see if we have any Pro Bowlers. Alright, here we are. Pro Bowl rosters. So far, nothing. Damiere Byrd with his 2nd Pro Bowl. Shaq Mason made a 2nd Pro Bowl. I'm going to say he gets a dev trait boost. I'm going to make the executive decision there. He definitely is worthy of a dev trait increase off that. 2 straight Pro Bowls. Come on, man. Adrian Phillips goes to the Pro Bowl again, as does Pat Chung, who we traded for a draft pick because we went all in on Kyle Duggar. So, I mean, 2 of our releases coming back to, kind of bite me in the ass a little bit. But, oh hey, the 49ers in 3 consecutive Super Bowls. But I will see you if we make any free agent splashes. While we're here, let's do a little bit of a look-ski here. So, Damiere Byrd went up to a superstar dev, and as I stated earlier, I'm making the executive decision. Shaq Mason went to 2 straight Pro Bowls. This man is getting a superstar dev increase. Because for whatever reason or another, offensive linemen tend to not get dev trait increases. Etienne, as we know, came out as a superstar dev. Oh god, hitting too many buttons. Anyways, on defense, did we get any dev trait boosts? Tyus Bowser did not go up. Duggar didn't go up either. Ugh. So not a lot of boosts on the defense, if any, but it looks like Juwan Bentley is going to be the main starter over Hightower these days. So, the last chance signings, I'm going to bring Adrian Phillips back. If he takes this, we'll keep him. Okay, he's going. If you take this, you can stay. Okay. If you take this, you can stay, Jacoby. Okay. Marcus Cannon, I'm letting walk, as is Bo Allen. So, 2 free agency. Alright, so here is what we're going after. I noticed the Raiders had a terrible offer to Jair Alexander. And I'm like, second X Factor corner, please and thank you. Mine. And then Leighton Vander Esch became available. We had to edge out the Browns, but there's nothing in the draft class for middle linebacker, so this is the only way we're fixing that position. Well, fuck. So Vander Esch decided to go to Cleveland instead. Jair Alexander still deliberating. I want to throw an offer at Justin Reed, but again, we still have a rather elite Devin McCourty yet, so I think we'll wait out the Jair Alexander sweeps here, and that'll be our move. Yeah! Alright, here we are, draft recap time at, mostly solid. So we ended up getting Tyler Davis first over at 13 in the first round. 76 hidden dev. We can even move him to one of the DN spots if we have to, depending on better scheme fits and whatnot. And then we picked this guy up, Smoke Monday, mostly because I liked his name. 72 overall hidden dev. We're going to groom him to be the eventual replacement for Devin McCourty. And then we got Joe Nada, 73 hidden dev. Also a scheme fit. And we also picked up Nick Picaroa, 70 normal. I mean, 80 Mila. Justin 80 Milola. I think that's how that's pronounced. I'm not sure. Normal dev, normal dev, normal dev. Just a few depth picks here. This guy, I'm doing as a test. We're gonna have a little fun. You are gonna be an undersized middle linebacker. He's a 60 overall at that point, but it's something. And then we picked up a hidden dev fullback in the 7th round. So hey. So this is how our lineup shakes up. 85s across the board. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence is going to be your starter. And Damiere Byrd's going to start on the outside. I want... because I know I'm going to put Damiere Byrd in the slot. So I want you to be ahead of Jacoby Myers because you have the depth trait. So Nada and Harry are going to be our outside guys. We picked up Brandon Williams too on a 1-year flyer. But it's Taco is our starter over there. We're going to make him a right end. Because I want him to see the field. I need this guy to see the field. He's got the dev trait, so I'm going to move him to right defensive end. Which he's still a 76 overall, so it works out. We got our 2 X Factor corners in Gilmore and Alexander. I've decided that Juwan Bentley is going to be our middle linebacker starter. We could move Dante Hightower out on the outside, but we're still all in on Kyle Duggar. We'll see how well he does. Uche's been doing somewhat decently. So that is our defense. Special teams remain... you know what? Let's get Nada more snaps by making him the kick and punt returner. Alright, this I'm going to have to go through and manually do myself. Smoke Monday is going to be your sub linebacker. Rankins is there. You know what? Let's move Uche up. Get a little exotic with it. I'm going to remake J.C. Jackson. Jonathan Jones could be the slot corner. That's fine. The only thing I have to adjust is making Damiere Byrd the slot corner. Or slot wide receiver, I'm sorry. Because he's been killing it there. Been an absolute badass for us from the slot wide out position. I could put Nada there for more snaps, but I want Damiere Byrd there. But anyway, I'll see you after 8 games in year number 3. So we have a dev trait for Chase Winovich. We hold the Dolphins to 75 yards and 1 rushing touchdown, or he gets 2 interceptions, forced fumbles, TFLs, or sacks against the Dolphins. He will go up to a superstar dev. Let's see. Which is a perfect lead-in to our midway point. Did he get the dev trait? He did not. But we're 5-3 through 8 games. We're currently 1 game ahead of Miami for the division. Let's see if we've learned anybody's dev traits. So, Joe Nada, we haven't figured out. We haven't figured out Proctor yet either. But Tyler Davis was a star dev, by the way. And Smoke Monday was a star also. So that's good in the sense of grooming Smoke to be the eventual replacement of Devin McCourty. But we still have to figure out Joe Nada and Proctor. But we shall see here. Duh, I forgot. Contracts. Don't mind the siren going off outside. But McCourty and Gilmore are looking to re-up again. We got a lot of re-signs on us, so we're going to start at the top here. Gilmore, if he takes this one, Gilmore's signed on 1 more year. We'll offer that to Devin if he takes it. He wants more money. Isaiah Wynn, you bet your ass. We're throwing him a deal. He wants to make more money. That's fine. Jonathan Jones wants a 1-year deal and wants to make more money. Dave Andrews, well, you know what? We'll throw him a deal. They all want more money. Hightower's going to walk again. Williams, we're going to let him walk. Winovich, I'll throw him this deal if he takes it, then otherwise he can pound sand. Alright, he's sticking around. Cool. Bowser, we're going to let walk. We'll re-sign the punter. So much so, I'll even give you a 7-year deal, Jake Bailey. Jawan Williams, we're going to let him go. But yeah, we'll definitely come back to the table on Isaiah Wynn, Devin McCourty, and David Andrews. I might let Jonathan Jones walk. I mean, we still have Gilmore locked up. We have Jair Alexander, AJ, and JC Jackson. So I'll try 1 more deal with John Jones. And then we'll come back to the table with David Andrews as well. But we're definitely going to be re-signing Isaiah Wynn. I'll see you at the end of the year. We were cucked by a tie for winning the division. Because if the Jets would have lost and we would have lost, we would have won the div. But unfortunately, in year number 3, falling short. Most unfortunate. Let us take a look at the stats here. Ooh. 29th offense, 27th defense. We played like absolute garbage. I might make a scheme change here. But Trevor Lawrence, 36-25 for 28 touchdowns and 13 picks. ETN, 845 and 7. Damian Harris, 385 and 10 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence pitching in a rushing touchdown himself, with Rodney Anderson getting 5 more. Damiere Byrd, first time he fell below 1,000 yards with 11 scores. Aussie, 834 and 7. N'Keal Harry, 750 and 3. And Joe Nada, 542 and 4. I'm sorry. ETN contributing as well. All right. Dante Hightower led the team in tackles with 112. 13, 12. I did get some in double-digit TFLs. Sacks, again, very spread out. Let's see for picks. Jair Alexander getting 3 interceptions, as well as Kyle Duggar. McCourty with 2, Smoke with 2. Gilmore even got 1. A lot of picks this season for the defense. No defensive touchdowns. None on punt return, nor kick return. Even though those 2 things were backwards. So, I may change up this game, but Patty Mahomes wins back-to-back MVPs. Coach of the Year went to Matt Nagy at the Bears. Patrick Mahomes is the Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC. No Pats there. Defensive Player of the Year was Myles Garrett. No Pats there. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Spencer Rattler, with Joe Nada at number 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Tyler Davis with Smoke Monday at number 2. Let's go. Best quarterback was Patty Mahomes. Best running back was Nick Chubb. None of our guys on the list. Damiere Byrd was 7, but Tyreek wins best wideout. Best O-line was Ronnie Stanley. Shaq Mason at number 10. Myles Garrett, best DL. No Pats there. Best linebacker. No. Dante was 10. Byron Jones, best D-back. No Pats there. And no Pats here. All around just trash year. So I'm thinking a scheme change is in order. Alright, let's see what we have for Pro Bowl this year. Damiere Byrd didn't make it this time. Shaq Mason made it once again. But, you know, you can only go up so high for offensive linemen. Dante Hightower made the Pro Bowl. As did Smoke Monday. Let's go. Smoke Monday paying off as a draft pick there. We're going to jump ahead, see if we got any dev trait increases over the course of the season. And I want to show you the schemes I decided to change our offense up to. Or not just our offense, our team in general. We are now using the Packers playbook and the Rams playbook on offensive and defense respectively. Let us see if we got any dev trait boosts. So it's looking like nothing on the offense. Proctor was a star, by the way, as was Joe Nada. It looks like Damiere Byrd is starting to regress a little bit. I mean, he is 30, so. Energizer. We need to get that over-the-top guy for a receiver. Alright. Hi, Davis didn't boost. Surprisingly, Hightower didn't boost even though he made the Pro Bowl, but hey, whatever. So no dev trait increases to speak of. Oh, wait, Tyus Bowser went up to a star. My bad, dude. I didn't notice that at first. But we'll see if this new playbook setup will prove to benefit your Patriots in year number 4. You know, I was thinking about getting a top flight receiver. I may have found one. Somehow Tyreek Hill hit free agency. Yeah, I'm throwing a 7-year deal at him, but that's a 99 overall. That might be the piece we need to get over the middle of the road hump. And we also threw an offer at Sony Michel to be the backup. And Rashawn Gary we threw an offer at as well. So let's see if we get him. Alright, so Mr. PlayStation. Tyreek rejected me. After I gave him a 7-year deal worth almost $200 million. He was just like, no. What? Who did he sign with? The Dolphins. Well, that sucked. Alright, so we ended up sending Jacoby Myers, who really wasn't getting used all that much, and a depth wideout to Washington for their 20th overall pick. And there's our big splash trade. We traded Sheldon Rankins over to Dallas and our 12th overall pick, because remember, we just got the 20th from Washington. And then our next season first round pick to acquire the services of one CD Lamb. Yes. Might have been an overpay, but fuck it. Alright, not as stellar of a draft as I would have liked. So, yeah, Kevin Jacobs here, 74 normal. Newsflash, I think everyone's a normal dev. So Terrell Williams, 74 normal. Dustin Young was a normal. Burton's a normal. However, I am going to bring him down to a middle linebacker. Another one of those experiments. I'm a 66, but he's a scheme fit. That's the important part. 69. And then I simmed out after picking Denard, so Wesley, 65 normal. And a 7th round QB. Hey, nobody below 50, which is kind of nice, but not the greatest draft. I think the highlight of this was getting CD Lamb. Now, let us build the ideal starting rotation here. I'm going to put Joe Nada on the outside. We're going to... Well, I didn't even address D-tackle. Shit. We're going to have Rashawn Gary starting in there. Smoke Monday is going to be our starting safety because Devin McCourty has unfortunately retired. So... But all told here, because we're going to make Damiere Byrd, again, Damiere Byrd's going to be our slot wideout. ETN's going to be the every down back. I like JC Jackson in the slot there. Juwan Bentley will be starting middle, so... yeah. Not much we could do. So we're going to rock with what we got. And I will see you at the midway point, or the 8-game point, I should say, of year number 4. Ooh, dev trait scenario. Ooh, dev trait scenario again. Okay, and also we didn't get it for Rashawn Gary, by the way. Oh God, we're awful. 1-7 through 8. Unless we have like unless we just completely win out, we're fucked for this season. Anyway, contracts. Stephon Gilmore wants another 1 year. But more importantly, we're re-signing CeeDee Lamb right now. He's first and signed up. Hell yeah. Next up, Shaq Mason, superstar, wants a 2-year deal. He wants more money. Why it's running slow, I don't know. Joe Tooney wants a 2-year. And he's sticking around. Awesome. Uche's definitely played his way into a new deal. He wants more salary, which is fine. I can work with that. Asi is definitely getting that re-sign. He wants more money, of course. Duggar. I think I'm going to let him walk. Demir Bird's finally going to go. Greg the Leg, you know what? Have 2 more years. Trey Boston, and then Dalton Keene. I might re-sign him. But we're definitely going to come back to the table with Devin Asiasi, Josh Uche, and Shaq Mason. And we'll throw the 1-year flyer at Stephon Gilmore. He takes it. I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna just let a 96 overall corner just walk off. So hopefully we can turn this around. Ooh, ETN might go up to an X Factor. Because remember, he is a superstar dev. So we'll see. Well, we weren't last in the division. That's about the only good thing I could say about this. It was just god awful. God awful. But Lawrence is getting better. We had the 8th 4,300 yards, 32 touchdowns, 16 picks for Trevor Lawrence. ETN 957 and 2 rushing touchdowns. Sony Michel got 14 rushing scores. CeeDee Lamb 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, 981 for Demir Bird and 6 scores. Nada got 9 and 773. Yossi pitching in. Blocking. Defensively, Jawan Bentley had the most tackles on the team. 17 TFLs for Chase Winovich, but 14.5 sacks for Tyler Davis. Let's go. Blossoming in his second year. JC Jackson, 3 picks. How did neither of my X Factor corners get an interception? How? No kick return touchdowns and no punt return touchdowns. Absolutely abysmal year. Top 10 offense. And a top 15 defense. How did we not, like, we fucking sucked. How does 431, 23rd in points allowed? That'll do it. So, MVP goes to Russell Wilson. As expected, I'm not going to be on Coach of the Year. Not even worrying about it. Josh Allen was the Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC. Defensive Player of the Year was Leighton Vander Esch, who refused us. Jawan Bentley ended up being number 4. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Luke Johnson, with Kevin Jacobson number 5. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Denard Wesley. What? I forgot what he does on our team. But he was Rookie of the Year. Best quarterback was Matt Ryan with the Browns. Trevor Lawrence was 10th. Best running back was Kareem Hunt. Best wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, was number 7. And it was Devontae Parker with the Dolphins. Ronnie Stanley wins that. No Pats. Tyler Davis was 4th for best DL, when Yannick Ngakoue winning that award. Leighton Vander Esch winning linebacker. Jawan Bentley number 5. And Sidney Jones winning Best D-back. No Pats to speak of. And no Pats. Absolutely abysmal season, y'all. Okay, so we had two Pro Bowl. We have two Pro Bowlers so far, in Shaq Mason and Ty Davis. Other than that, probably not much after that. Well, yeah, we had two Pro Bowlers. Hey! Something redeeming. Something I just noticed. Rashawn Gary and Juwan Bentley went up in depth trade. Nice. We're going all in on our defense here. Willie Gay, I'm actually probably going to move into middle linebacker, but I couldn't pass up the X factor there. Deron Payne, scheme fit 89, then Isaiah Simmons with that superstar dev after letting Kyle Duggar walk. So we shall see. Got them all. Yeah. All right, and in our final draft ski for this particular video anyway, we drafted Nate Woodard first overall after doing that deal with Miami. And since we're going into year number 5 here, well, we only have one playoff appearance to show for it, an absolute dud. He's going to be a star, which is fine. I'm going to let you know what the depth traits are. Eddie Dempsey here, 65 normal tight end. However, up in, what was that, the 4th round? We ended up getting this hidden dev D tackle, Brandon McElroy here in the 4th round. Let us go see. Oh, and he's from Wisconsin too. Hell yeah. I'm always about that. Nailed it. just nailed it. Everyone else was normal. Except this Fitzsimmons character. I simmed the 7th round, by the way. Let me guess, star. Yep, just a star. But still, I'll take it. It's dev trait. But superstar D tackle in the 4th, I'll take that all day. But it's our final season of this particular rebuild ski. And this is our final starting lineup for you. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the starter. Along with CeeDee Lamb, obviously. This is what our lineup's looking like. We're moving McElroy up. We had a great free agency as well. Like, if we don't make playoffs, like, something is fundamentally flawed here. Still, we're making ETN the every down back. Oh, they want Gilmore to be running the slot. Okay, I'm with it. I'm with it. But on to year number 5. Okay. X Factor potential for CeeDee Lamb. 4 touchdowns, 200 yards rushing and receiving. I'm with it. Let's hope it happens. Okay, ETN's trying to go to X Factor now. Alright, so we're already tremendously upgraded over last season. Currently 4-4, have a 1-game lead over the rest of the division. So it's anybody's AFC East at this point. Now let's take a look at our contract situation. ETN, oh, you best believe it. Get that money, bro. But I might be boned. Rashawn Gary, Bentley, Winovich, a whole lot of depth people, and Stephon Gilmore. I simply don't have the kind of money to re-sign Stephon Gilmore. Well, I choose not to resign Winovich or Javon Bentley. Let's see if Juwan will re-sign for this. Okay, he's sticking around. Alright, cool. Alright, now Gilmore. Can't even offer it to him because I don't have the money for it. Because I got a little... But we got... doesn't. No, I don't think that means we can re-sign Winovich either. So, unfortunately, Stephon Gilmore is going to end up walking. But sometimes necessary things are necessary. Rashawn's trying to jump up to superstar. Well, we're in the playoffs. So we finally get back to the postseason after 3 terrible years in between the first playoff season and now. We have a shot to right all the wrongs of the middle of the rebuild. Because we got the Chargers in the wild card. We'll spend some Coach XP quick. Get the last bit of training boosts that I need. Not like it matters because it's the end of the line after this playoff run, but anyway, 8-8 won the division. We had the wild card, or not the wild card, the tiebreaker over the Jets. So I didn't want to look at schedule, man. That's not what I wanted to look at. Wanted to look at stats. Anyway, so once it is for some reason offline, just moving really slow. Trevor Lawrence, top 15 QB. That's what we need. Almost 4,300 yards, 33 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions. Travis Etienne, 823 for 11 scores, 456 and 8 for Mr. PlayStation. And Trevor chipped in 2 rushing touchdowns himself. CeeDee Lamb, 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns. That's what we like to see. Joe Nada, 947 and 9. Woodard, 661 and 1. Devin Ossie chipping in 4 tutties as well. Blocking. Oh, I debated myself. Willie Gay had the most tackles on the team with 112, and Juwan Bentley followed that up with 101. Josh Uche led with 13 TFLs, 9 sacks for Tyler Davis, 8 for Gary. Jair Alexander bouncing back, having a 4-pick year. Any defensive tutties? No, but Tyler Davis got himself 2 safeties. Let's go. No punt kick return, nor punt return touchdowns. All right, we were 17th in offense. Were we that bad defensively? That doesn't tell me shit. Alright, so total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17th in defense. Why didn't want to tell me 17th defense? I don't know, but I'll work with it. Anyway, yearly awards. Once it wants to load up. Jordan Love is the MVP. Okay. Trevor Lawrence at number 10. Coach of the Year, Stefanski. Tanner Morgan wins Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC. Trevor Lawrence, number 3. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett once again. No Pats there. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Nate Woodard. Eddie Dempsey was number 5. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Dorian Wagner. Best QB was Tanner Morgan with Trevor Lawrence at number 3. Josh Jacobs was the best running back with Travis Etienne at number 8. Best wide receiver was Zach Pascal, who just edged out CeeDee Lamb for the position. Best O-line was Ronnie Stanley. No sacks. Davis was at 6, even though he's been giving up sacks, but that's not the point. As Hill was Myles Garrett. Tyler Davis at number 4. Best linebacker was Bobby Okereke with Rashawn Gary at number 10. Josh Jackson, former Packer, with the Texans. Jair Alexander, also former Packer, with the Patriots at number 6. And Mac Woodard was your best kicker. None of that matters now, as it's playoff time. Patriots, Chargers, wild card. Let's go. Alright, here we are. First playoff game against the Chargers. We go up 7-0. 10-0 to start, but a big interception putting us up 13-0. But the Chargers end up going down, getting a touchdown, and then they only can muster a field goal from there. And big score, 27-10 in the third quarter. The Patriots go down, march down the field, get a 30, and oh god, the Chargers are ahead. We pull it back. And the Patriots are going to hold off the Los Angeles Chargers 36-31. Your Patriots 26 of 44 for Trevor Lawrence, 322 yards, 3 touchdowns, but also 3 picks. Etienne 70 yards on 18 carries with 1 touchdown. Joe Nada 8 catches for 96 yards. CeeDee Lamb 6 catches for 128, and all 3 of Trevor Lawrence's touchdowns. Ossie pitched in 42, Woodard 29. Defensively speaking, Rashawn Gary led the team in tackles with 8. 2 sacks for Deron Payne, 1.5 for Josh Uche, the other half going to Rashawn Gary, and Tyler Davis with 1. And 2 picks for the Patriots, 1 for Willie Gay and 1 for Isaiah Simmons, neither of which were returned for touchdowns. But we are on to the divisional round. Yeet. Right, here we are in Cleveland. No tutties yet. The Patriots score first, going up 3-0. But the Browns end up going back, scoring a touchdown. They end up going 14 right off the rip. The Pats go back down the field and get a touchdown themselves. And now we're down 28-10. Excuse me, 35-10. 42-10. I'm going to jump in for a series. I'm going to jump in. We're down, again, we're down 42-10. We need a tutty, like right now. Yeet! Oh, come on. Well, that didn't work out so well. But we got the ball back in the fourth quarter, so I'm going to try to see if I can't work some magic here. Not going to magically make up, not going to magically make up 32. Ooh. There we go. There you go, Woodard. All right.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Ow. Still, when you're 8 of 21, that's horrible.
Quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception. So
get it over to Etienne.
For hanging in there, trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because
There you
of
go,
that,
CD Lamb.
it's very hard for them to move the
Keep it
ball
running.
because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. So tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra.
And Nada with the touchdown. Boom.
Touchdown. From 6 yards away.
See what happens. Oh, they drained clock.
So the football will be
You know what?
25-yard line.
Might as well take the shot.
To take over.
Yeet.
Fire deep downfield from Lamb. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in.
I mean,
Touchdown, New England.
we're probably not going to be able to bring it back. We can at least make it look respectable.
A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right.
Might as well.
And a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
First down, New England.
Okay, how is that not PI? But all right, we'll take it.
He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And now it's 2nd down.
Unfortunately, we're not going to make a Super Bowl in this video, but we can at least... I don't have an automatic call timeout button because I'm using a PS4 controller on this. And I'm also playing on PC, for those that may have been wondering.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch round and the throw complete.
Bro,
He's got this down almost
that was a
to the
drag,
20.
not a hitch, dog.
Dropped. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot.
And he's in.
Oh, jeez, I'm slaughtering right now.
CD Lamb.
Outside of that first play we jumped in on.
Afternoon. And
And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to bring it back, but we did bring it within a 2-score game, so
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right?
if I would have had that extra play where I didn't botch the throw, I'd have ripped him. I was ripping, so anyway,
The whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
in the killing game, 17-31 for 317, 3 touchdowns for Trevor Lawrence. I threw all 3 of them. And 1 interception for Trevor Lawrence. Only 25 yards, but he did get a touchdown for ETN. 10 catches for 221 and 2 scores. And then Joe Nada with 1. Defensively, 12 tackles from Willie Gay. We only got 3 sacks on the day and only 1 pick. It was not enough to take out the Cleveland Browns as we lose 45-31, I believe that was. I'm not sure if that's Talia Tagovailoa or Tua, but either way, let's see if we have any. CD Lamb making the Pro Bowl. Shaq Mason's made the Pro Bowl every year. No Sacks Davis making the Pro Bowl. Tyler Davis making the Pro Bowl again. I believe that's worthy of a dev trade increase if he doesn't get one during Super Bowl week. And that was it for us. Let's see if we did in fact get any dev trait boosts. Oh man. That was a heartbreaking loss, y'all. But CeeDee Lamb is officially an X Factor now. His ability is, and a 99 overall. He is yak 'em up. He gets Landers are nearly guaranteed to break their first post-catch tackle with Energizer and Deep Out Elite. Okay. ETN still a superstar. Defensively, no boosts on the defense. However, I personally feel you've made the Pro Bowl now 2 years in a row. You're going to get a dev trait, bro. We're going to bump you. But unfortunately, that is going to do it for this particular rebuild today. No Super Bowl wins yet. I don't think I got one with Miami or Green Bay. I know I went to 2 with Green Bay, but I know I didn't, like, win the Super Bowl. I'll have to look at my rebuild notes. But, as you know, my first 4 rebuilds were planned. The next up will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now that Mr. Brady is in Tampa Bay. So, if y'all liked it, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I can make these cooler, and I will see you soon. Good day, goodbye, and good night.